What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing today? I am back. It's your boy checking in, Chris Wilmore, aka Chris Dubai. If you know me, if you know me from other practices, other other radio, other businesses. When I was doing a radio show, if you know me from then you of course are familiar with the Chris Dubai show. So shout out, much respect to everybody on the Chris Dubai show that's checking out today. We are live on 3 avenues today. We got the Chris Dubai show. We are live on the Rich Creators page, and we're live on the Rich Creators YouTube page. So bear with me. Uh, the other day we had technical difficulties with one of the pages, uh, and also this morning we're having technical difficulties. We having mechanical difficulties this morning with one of the stands that we have here. So it looked like when the show is over, I'm gonna have to do some minor repairs on the stand, or I may have to get a new one because it's leaning to the left. It's leaning to the left. So I'm gonna try to work with it here. Let me see. Try to make some adjustments for y'all, but uh, it's leaning a little bit. But we're gonna work. We're gonna work through it. We're gonna keep on pushing. We're gonna work through it. So yeah, hope y'all having a great day, blessed day. Much blessings to everybody. Pray for each one of y'all, each and every one of y'all I have prayed for already. So I find by doing so that my family, friends are blessed, encouraged, stay inspired. So I try to pray for everyone that I cross paths with, everyone that I have some type of relationship with, and all the children of God. I pray for all the children of God because there's many people in this world who believe in God, who believe in Christ, who I may never meet. So, something I do is try to include all children of God and followers of Christ in my prayers, as well as children, many men on the world, women of the world. Because everybody, no matter what they believe in, at the end of the day, they struggle and stress and dealing with the same issues we are. So they still need a blessing, you know. So today, just back with coffee, as always, as the show is based on. It was Coffee with Chris, as you know, and many people inquired yesterday asking me, hey, where is the show at today? Where's the show? We can't see the show. And so I'll tell you, because I only told a few people, I had a meeting on Monday, a business meeting on Monday evening, with some people I network with, and so in the meeting we was discussing different things, and I try to be on top of this as well because I think it is important that if you got a business, you continue to educate yourself, you continue to uh, research, practice, you continue to learn as much as possible. So in the meeting, we was discussing several different things, and one of the things that came up was our business, names and ideas like that. And immediately, as we was discussing this topic, it came to my mind that I was so excited because we can get so excited about having great ideas. Some of us are blessed to have great ideas uh, that in the midst of excitement, I skipped a step in my business branding operation that is vital in the beginning, which is after you've decided what you want to do, next thing you kind of do is you create a name for it. That's like step number two. And I was so excited, I skipped. I kind of cheated with the name because I was so excited and I want to get this thing going because I once I get something, it's like God started giving me the material, the resources, the tools to do it, and the knowledge. And so I was so excited with all that energy that I skipped and I neglected to actually research the name, which is vital in the business that you plan to scale to the next level. It's vital. So what I did was in the middle of that meeting, I kind of, because it was a virtual meeting, and I backed out of the virtual meeting. I looked up the name immediately, and I found like 5 to 6 other shows, podcasts with the same name. Coffee with Chris, Coffee with Chris, Coffee with Chris. Now I'm thinking, it's no way. It's a way to overcome that by aggressive marketing and aggressive advertising, and hopefully you can overcome and stand out from the other shows. But also at the same time, you have to remember that one of those shows may have copyrighted their name, and so once that's done, it's nothing you can do. The name is gone, the title is gone. So rather than me putting myself in a position as a business owner to compete with that type of environment, meaning I'm gonna have to compete with all this extra marketing that they're already doing, to find a way to stand out from that. Also, as well as if the name is copyrighted, I'm gonna be paying all this marketing, doing all this advertising and promotion for something I can't even use on the larger scale anyway. Because if I try to use it now, this company who owns this title is gonna get the dividends from every time I use the name. So rightfully as business owners, it is our responsibility to do that. Luckily, I was in the beginning of this show, so it don't negatively affect me too much. And I'm also able to, because the audience is low, switch over, create the new name, work under that name, grow that name and that title. But also, it's easy to explain in the beginning. It's hard to explain when you built a certain audience, and now you got to suddenly change names. You got to suddenly do this. It looks like you're slipping. You're not practicing what you're preaching. And so that's the whole gist of this, is to practice what we preach. No matter what. It's like they say, you plant a seed, you're gonna sow whatever that seed is, negative or positive. You're going to harvest that seed that you planted. So, and you may not harvest it in your time. You may get down the road and be comfortable, and then suddenly the harvest comes up that you planted, that seed on. So it's all about typically being aware of that. I hope you guys got your coffee. If this is the Coffee with the Rich Creator show, and so rightfully have your coffee. This is a 2021 Power Seller coffee cup. For all my power sellers out there, hustlers, and business folks. If you'll see also today, if you watch the first show and some of the other Rich Creator shows that we have on YouTube, we had a billboard behind me. The billboard is not here today because for some reason, as you see the words on the wall here, it says, "He believed he could, so he did." Make sure everybody see that. He believed he could, so he did. The reason that the billboard is in there today is primarily for the fact that the words are backwards as you read it. You can't. I can say what it says, but if you bright enough, you can understand what it says. But look how much you got to strain. And as the host of the show, I don't want you to have to strain. Let me show my YouTube folks and see. So for some reason on my YouTube, it's the right way. Facebook has it backwards. So until I can get that figured out with Facebook, I don't know I don't remember this being a problem before. So until I can get that figured out with Facebook, I'm not going to use the billboard just because I'm not one for a lot of complaints about certain things. Uh, I get frustrated when people start complaining about the littlest things. And so until I fix that or get it figured out and understood, then we'll deal with that at that point. So hopefully the billboards be back in the next show. So I'm gonna be studying it all day today, tomorrow, just to make sure. Update, we are gonna do this show on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday so that you have enough time to rewatch the show, ingest the content, but also gives me enough time to make sure I give you quality content. Uh, I don't want to be just doing shows every day and the content is not as spicy, is not as quality as it should be. So I definitely want to make sure that uh, you get quality content when I do the shows because it means a lot to me. It takes time to study these things, so it means a lot to me. There's a saying that says the loudest person in the room is the weakest person. You guys have heard that saying? Facebook, YouTube, the Christy Boss Show, Rich Creators. Y'all ever heard the saying that the loudest person in the room is the weakest person? Well, if you've heard that saying, have you heard the saying that the quietest person in the room is not the strongest? You know, have you ever heard that saying? The quietest person is not the strongest either. Uh, so bottom line is saying that you can be the weakest, you can be the loudest and not necessarily be the weakest. And it's also saying that you can be the quietest and not necessarily the strongest. The reason that's important is because you got to do what works for you. Everybody is different. Everybody is programmed different. Some people are intimidated by people who are loud. That doesn't make them weak, and that don't make you stronger than them. Some people are intimidated by people that are quiet and observant, and that doesn't make you stronger than the people that's making the most noise, or it'll make you weaker than anybody else in the room. It's like the top of a tree. You know, we all see trees. We got trees. If you got, you live in. If you live in the world on the planet Earth, you know what trees are. We see trees, and so it's like the top of a tree. Imagine a tree. Our personality is the first experience that a person has with us. Um, our image, the way we look, the way people see us, and our skills and abilities to do something may very well influence our success in life and business. But the biggest thing is your personality. And by developing your character, it's like the root of the tree. Uh, that tree can't grow without without its roots being planted in the ground. It's just as us as men and women, we can't really grow without a foundation. God, your spirituality, your foundation is going to be your development of your character. The character is important. I remember in high school, I got into a bit of trouble in high school, and I distinctly remember the day. My mom remembers it too, where the principal told my mom that your son is a character. I was, Now I'm in high school. I'm not understanding what really he mean. What do you mean that I'm a character? You know what I mean? Like, how do you tell a parent that their son is a character? So over time, over time I took that as encouragement, even though he tried to make it a negative thing because he couldn't understand me as who I was. He had never seen a kid as excited about stuff as me, as smart as I was, in my books, but also, you know, as teenagers are conniving and slick, Mr. Slick Willie. And so he told my mom, "Your son is a character." A lot of people say, "Well, Chris, how do you develop character?" And the way to develop character is by having certain habits that you have, creating certain habits. The title of the show today is Habits. If you read the title, try to put the title up for you. The title of the show today is Habits because I think that, as I told you the other day, there are three keys to success. There are also habits that you can obtain and start to work on in your own life to help you get to success as well, along with those three keys to success. So if you go back to episode 1, you can see the three keys to success, which is on the Rich Creators YouTube page, Facebook page. It's not on YouTube at the moment. It is on Facebook though. You can watch the whole show on Facebook. It also has a PDF that you can download that has all the information that I discussed in the show in the PDF form, so you can review it at your own time. You can watch it whenever you want to. You can read it whenever you want to. Take advantage of this because eventually this material that I'm creating will not be available for free. So take advantage now to get as much information as possible so that you have it when it's not available anymore, because it eventually will come down at some point and it's going to be rewrapped and packaged. So I'm doing this now as you getting to follow the show. That way you kind of understand where I'm coming from. You also can have the vital information to start using it at your own will, depending on how it affects you in your personal life. So the number one habit I'm going to say is take charge. Number one habit for success is take charge. Uh, if you can, type that in the comments. Take charge. I'm going to, number one habit, take charge. Uh, Depending on how we see the world around us affects the decisions we make. And the results of those decisions we get are based on how we see the world around us. So I see the world a certain way. I go out and I make certain decisions, and then I get the results from the way I see the world. The reason, and this is called the see, do, get cycle. See, do, get cycle. It's very known. It's you're probably familiar with it when I say it. See, do, get cycle. If you think about it in your own way, uh, what you see does affect what you do and what you get. So when you change the way you see things, it influences what you do and the results you get. It's not as easy as it sounds, because that means we got to take time to process. We have to take time to uh, meditate on certain things, certain actions. When certain things happen in our life, we have to take time to uh, really absorb it before we make our next move. So just imagine right now as we're talking, imagine something that happened that was that you got, something positive that happened in your life. Imagine something positive. You get to work and they say, "Oh, you getting a raise today." "Oh, you getting this award for being such a great employee." Or you get a call, "Hey, you know, you got 2 or 3 people who want to set up meetings with you to discuss your business and, ways that maybe you can service their needs." Or your family, somebody in family calls you and say, "Hey, you won't believe this. Come by here. I got something for you," whatever. How you react to that is going to deem the results you get, because you can be like, you get great news, you react greatly. It encourages you. You want to go do something good. A lot of times, especially when it involves money, out of nowhere, you suddenly want to go shopping. You want to go to the store. Uh, you take care of some financial things you need, and so you reap those results, whatever it may be. You reap those results. Also, same thing when something negative happens in your life. You get some bad news. Uh, Somebody takes something from you. Somebody upsets you. Uh, the way you respond is going to depend on the results that you get. Uh, we can easily get upset and you know, people, a lot of times people get upset and they destroy property, they destroy things, they tear up stuff, they want to tear up stuff. A lot of times people get upset and they they begin to be mean and rude to people who had nothing to do with what happened. A lot of times we go into we get bad news and we find ourselves, you know, discouraged and in the state of depression and another negative mental space, and we get those results, you know, whether it be bad relationships, whether it be, you know, some type of, you know, law enforcement activity has to be involved because of the negative things you did, because of the bad news you got. Uh, we lose, you know, people may lose trust in us. People lose, you know, being able to depend on us because we're not responding in a way that is positive. So by changing the way we see things and process things, will change the decisions we make and will change the results we get. I think that's important. I think that is very important to take a moment. Uh, Great friend of mine has a show that she's doing right now in the morning where she's walking 5 miles a day. And she said this, you know, she said this morning, which is something I do too. I don't really, if you know me, this is probably, you know, you probably know a little bit, you know, some of the more personal habits I have. But she said that when she gets up in the morning, first thing she does is she takes a moment to just meditate and reform a foundation, a grounded foundation with God, and uh, encouraging herself, um, and saying certain affirmations, which are just things that you say to yourself positively, reminding yourself how great you are, reminding yourself how smart you are, how you've overcome these challenges, reminding yourself of just the things that you have within you that make you you and make you a great person, a great success story. Um, I do that as well. You know, as soon as I wake up, first thing I do is I always set my alarm for 10, 15, sometimes a half an hour before I actually need to get up, because that is my time to actually process before I do actually have to get up. Uh, I try to do that every day, and it's such a beneficial thing in my life. I think it's very good. I suggest everybody do it. Uh, you know, I always tell friends to, you know, you got to get up early because you know, I read a book years ago. It's called The 5 a.m. Millionaire. The 5 a.m. Millionaire. And what it discusses in this book is how wealthy individuals, millionaires, billionaires, successful people get up every day at 5 a.m. Whether they don't have to be at work till 8, 9, 10. They may even work from home and don't have to go nowhere. You know, they may be the business owners, so they don't even have to get up at any given time because they own this business. But every day, as a habit, they wake up at 5 a.m. to process life, to process their business, to process their thoughts and emotions, uh, to develop a foundation with their spirituality, and to be able to continue to create creative ideas. Uh, After reading that, I made a pact with myself to make sure I got up every day at 5 a.m. until I was able to understand this process and create my own around it. But I wanted to make sure that I was aligning myself with uh, the inheritance that God has left for me by the resurrection of His Son Jesus. So I suggest, if you don't wake up early every day, to start waking up early every day, to allow yourself to process things, to allow yourself to create your spiritual development, or to increase it, to be able to research things that are important to you, ideas that you have. Give yourself time to do these things and really take them in time, and take them in totality. Um, don't just rush. Too often people wake up and want to run, probably waking up late, oversleeping, uh, setting the clock just for enough time to wake up and get out of bed, and you just running. You're constantly running all day, constantly running all day. You ain't taking time to think. You ain't taking time to process stuff. You're not taking time to even see how you're asking yourself how you're feeling. You're not taking time to ask yourself, what can I do differently that I'm doing right now that's not technically working for me? Uh, you're not taking time to invest in yourself. That's part of what the take charge habit is about. The take charge habit is basically saying you're taking responsibility your, for your choices, for your decisions, for your current status. Whatever your current status is, you are taking responsibility for it. You're going to hold yourself accountable. You're going to take the initiative to grow. You're going to take the initiative to process correctly, and you're going to take the ability to be resourceful and connect with others, to network, to be resourceful, to find ways to create the lifestyle that you desire without stepping on the next person's feet and toes. That's where the accountability comes in. That's where the transparency comes in. If you want to be, and let's get back to the bottom line, no matter what you say about any of the stuff that somebody suggests that you need to do, if you're going to be successful in life and business, you're going to have to take charge, but you'll also have to be transparent. The reason you got to be transparent is because you can't be successful without anybody trusting you. Bottom line. If a person can't trust you, if a person always, you say one thing and then when they turn their head, you do another, or you're doing this and you're not being transparent. What has happened, I'll just put it out there that social media has taken transparency and showed that some people aren't being transparent, because you can have conversations with people, then you go to their social media and they're a totally different person, or they're saying totally different things in the post or in the comments that you're like, well, that's not the type of conversation we have with these people. That's not the type of person I thought they were. That who the business owner is. What type of business are they representing? Who are they representing? Um, so as to be a successful person in life and business, be as transparent as possible. It can be difficult at first because most people aren't used to being transparent. But let's face it, if you in social media and you're trying to be somebody and be a success in your personal life and your business life, just take advantage of being transparent, because once you begin to be transparent, be yourself. That's what transparency is, being yourself at all times, the same person at all times. Um, you will see how just those wheels will change things. Uh, so, when making life decisions, business decisions, think before acting. Think before acting. Whatever it is, think about it. Do I want to do this? Should I say that? Should I post this? Should I go back and delete this post? Um, I shouldn't have said that. There's several times that, as you know, I have gone back, deleted posts that I knew didn't display the message I was trying to display. Uh, I seldom deliberate before I post something. Should I post this? Because when I post it, The world's going to see it, and is this the image I want to have in the world of myself? Because is this who I think I am? I have to, self-reflection allows you to make those decisions. Um, so when you're making business and life decisions, always think before you act. It can be difficult to remember to think before you act because we're emotional creatures. We get excited, things happen. Um, we get great ideas. We want to share them. Sometimes we're in the midst of us being upset and angry. We want to express it, but is that gonna be the really who we are? Because we feel like that right now, but in 20 minutes, do I still feel that way? Will I still feel that way tomorrow, even though I felt that way yesterday because I was upset or frustrated about a certain situation? Maybe I should go delete that. Um, Maybe you shouldn't post it. So ask yourself these things before you think. Think before you act. Even in another way I'll put it is, and the way you respond to people. People will, in social media especially, people will comment on your posts and say certain things. And because you always have to be conscious of where you are in your individualism. Uh, just because somebody posts something doesn't deserve a comment or for you to respond. Sometimes you just let people post and comment on your post and you don't respond to them. Um, so it's just about you really being transparent with yourself and saying, hey, yeah, I see it's funny what they said, but you know what? I ain't even gonna respond to that because I don't want the wrong image of myself to be put out. Or I'm not trying to go there with that person. So, just being careful on what you respond to will make a world of difference in your life because, as it says in the Bible, our words are living words. We speak life and death into our situations. Uh, so a lot of times, even a comment is your words, even a post is your words. The conversations you have with people are your words, whether it's in public or behind the scenes, it's your words. Um, the thoughts you have in your head are your words. You're speaking life and death into your situations. Depending, take it how we take it how we want to take it, but it is by the end of the day part of the truth. Focus on solutions. As an individual and a business owner, you got to focus on solutions. A lot of times people focus on the problems, and the problems only continue to draw the energy out of you. Problems only continue to discourage you. Problems only continue to be a bag on your shoulder that people see and don't want to deal with. And so it's a challenge, to walk around carrying um, this certain baggage around. So try to focus on a solution person. Be one that's focused on solutions. One that's working on getting through the problems. Uh, Staying grounded spiritually. Staying grounded in God. Try to focus on that. Also, take initiative to make some things happen. A lot of times we just got to get up and go. A lot of business owners and individuals, we wait on others to reach out to us. We wait on others to help us with our ideas. We wait on others to do the work for us. Even though we got, great ideas, we want others to do the work for us. Uh, we want our family sometimes to go out of the way for us, friends to go out of the way for us. Uh, and, one of the things of creating healthy habits is taking initiative to do your part for your happiness, for your growth as an individual and as a successful business person. Work, or if you own your own company, you must take initiative to make these things happen. Nobody's going to get you to work on time except for you. Nobody's going to change your lifestyle except for you. Nobody's going to um, keep you encouraged and inspired except for you. Stay grounded in the word, stay grounded in knowing that you are somebody that this world is open to you. It's just, as big as the planet may be from where you're sitting at the moment, it's not as big when you look at it on the globe, on the map. When you look at space, when they show images of space, you see how small the Earth is in comparison to other planets, other stars. So the Earth ain't as big as we think it is. It's just about how we process it. It's how we look at things. Our perspective is what's going to deem our success in life and business. Take initiative, and as Mindy said, take charge. Focus on what you control, not what you can't control. When you focus on things you can't control, it takes time and energy away from the things you can. Networking, your personal health. You can't control every disease, every sickness that you may get, but you can control an overall great percentage of your health by focusing on that, because that's something that you can't control. What you ingest, or your family. Take control, take charge, take initiative. Uh, your work production, how much energy you put into work, how much time you take to research these projects and ideas you have, uh, and your own personal development. Are you ingesting information that's going to help you grow, ideas, ways to help you to envision ways to be successful? Are you studying the word? Are you ingesting the positivity in life that will help your personal development? Um, I think that is a huge, huge, huge part of us as individuals, because Rich Creators was created in 2020 as a way to bring small businesses, entrepreneurs, and creators together to create a networking platform that we could all use to share ideas, to share information with each other, to further ourselves business wise, financially, and personally. Um, so over the time, if you've seen several interviews, I've interviewed several business owners, entrepreneurs, different individuals from the community, and it always comes back to, in order to even we all desire to be successful, we all desire to be great, but in order to even fulfill that prophecy, and to fulfill that, and to we got to be personally, mentally, emotionally prepared for that. Uh, they always say God won't give you more than you can handle. You heard that saying, y'all heard that saying, God won't give me more than I can handle. We sometimes, some of us use it and abuse it. God won't give me more than I can handle. That's true. So, and that's in your own personal development. No matter what you desire in life, you can desire to be a billionaire. You can desire to have every exotic car that you want. I know people that want all these exotic cars. You can desire to have multiple businesses. You can desire to win the lottery, as I see people saying, I want to win the lottery. You can desire to have a full family. For my single people, or people that uh, looking for that type of stuff. You can desire to have whatever you desire to have. It's great to have these desires, because God put them in us to have these desires, and a lot of times those desires can fuel our passion to fulfill our purpose. But if you are not mentally and emotionally prepared for those blessings, you will not get them, because God will not give you more than you can handle. So until we can handle our own emotions, until we can handle our own feelings, until we can grow ourselves and develop our minds to understand what it takes to be successful, to create these habits, to create a certain lifestyle that will fulfill that blessing that I'm desiring, we won't get it. And so God keeps telling me, like, yes, yes, I want you to use this platform to help small business owners, to help entrepreneurs, to help individuals to be successful, to share with them your experiences as well as to enhance their experiences through as they travel through life and try to, navigate the small business world, to navigate networking opportunities. But he said you got to help them figure out when they where they need to work on first, because I can't give them those blessings. You can talk to them all day and give them all the answers. You can give them cheat sheets. These PDF documents are cheat sheets because it allows you to take the information and study it and use it on your own time. I can give you all this information, but if you're not using it, and if it's just a bunch of black and white words on the back of on the background, it's not going to help you develop. You know, you're going to continue to run into walls. You're going to continue to stumble because God's going to keep telling you you're not ready for that next step. So I'm going to keep giving you these situations until you actually progress yourself mentally and emotionally. You're going to keep having issues. You're going to keep having problems with whatever it is you're trying to get because you're not ready for that yet. So yesterday, I fumbled with this. The last couple of days, I fumbled with this because I was like, God, I want to be able to share with people all this business information that I have. I got a great circle of friends that have their own businesses. I got a great circle of friends who are business professionals that do consultations and actually do the background work that a lot of us don't understand. And God said, that's great. I want you to continue to build that network up, but I need you to help develop the mind first, to help develop the mental part first, because without the mental part and the mindset, you're not going to graduate to the blessing. So I hope that meant something. We're going to go through all the different habits first. We're going to go through the steps of success. We're going to talk about the habits. And once we get past all that stuff, you know, hopefully we're all working the program, because I'm in the program as you. I tell people all the time, when I post stuff, positive, inspiring, and encouraging stuff, which I try to do every post, because I found that, as I told you guys earlier, even posting something with some little negativity in it, I'm speaking negative into my life. That's a seed I'm planting into somebody who's not mentally where I'm at, and that seed plants in them. And so I will reap that harvest because it's a seed I planted. So I try to, everything I do, be encouraging, not only to others, because I want to plant those seeds because those are the seeds we will harvest, but I try to encourage myself with those things. Uh, Hopefully they really attach to somebody else because that's the seed I'm trying to plant. But a lot, I use it for my own personal development and growth also. It's what keeps me inspired. It's what keeps me moving. So tell yourself every day you're going to take charge, that you are in control, and that you are ultimately responsible for your success and happiness. Tell yourself that every day. Say, I am responsible for my success and happiness. Um, think about your current position in life. Think about your current decisions, your current questions that you have, and whether what you're doing is going to give you the results that you desire. We all have certain things in our head that we're trying to desire, that we wish to fulfill, that we wish to have. So ask yourself daily, which is the why. Waking up early is important. We haven't even got to the nighttime, because some people need to focus on one thing at a time. So we're just going to focus on the waking up part right now. Ask yourself daily when you get up, are my decisions and my actions going to reap the benefits that I desire? And be honest with yourself if they aren't, and change your steps. It's that easy. Change your steps. You may have to write them down and make a list of things that you need to do differently, that you need to work on. You may need to make you some mental notes, but it is up to you to change those steps to get the desire you want, the results you want and desire. It is up to you. And if you don't get them, it is your fault. It is not God's fault. It is not your parents' fault. It is not your friend's fault for putting you over here and getting you over here. It is your fault at this point if you don't get the results you desire. There are certain things that you can't control, but you can control the steps you take and the actions you take to fulfill certain desires. And by being in touch with the word and your spirituality and God, with all that, your prophecy will fulfill if it's in God's will. Whatever's in God's will. I hate when people try to call when I'm going live. I don't know. I'm going to have to discuss that with them too, because they shouldn't even allow a call when you're on the phone going live. Focus on what you control. Continue to say, I can, I will, and I am. Take the I can't out. Take the it's their fault because of them, because of him, because of her. You start using words like I can, I am, and I will. Watch your life slowly change. Stop saying what you can't do. You start saying what you can. Hope you guys had a great day. Hope somebody got something from this. Before I go, just make sure anybody got a question or anything like that. I'm recent. Always remember to say, my God shall supply all your need according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus. That's Philippians 4:19. By just remembering that God will supply all your needs and according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus. That's a wonderful word. You don't even have to believe it, and it should inspire you. Let's give a shout out to Black Dreams Clothing, who have been a great supporter of the show and all the projects that I've done. Black Dreams Clothing, Floyd Preston. So let's make sure we encourage each other. If you do have merchandise, you do have a company, and you want to do some advertising, marketing, promoting during the show, that will be available. So just get in touch with me. We can talk about it, discuss it. We will be, displaying different merch. We will be displaying different products throughout the shows. So definitely just make sure that you tap in. If you have a small business, you're a creator, you have certain things you want to serve, services that you want to share with others. Take this opportunity and take advantage of the program. That's for you, to everybody on YouTube to see. Facebook can see it now. Everybody on Facebook see it. Pretty dope too. I like it. Very comfortable. Very fitting. Nothing on the back of this one. It's very fitting shirt. It's very comfortable. I enjoy it. Right material too. A lot of these people, I hate to say it. If you're a t-shirt company, hope you don't get offended by any of you t-shirt makers. But I've got several shirts from several t-shirt makers, and the quality of the shirt is poor. Now the design is great, but the quality of the shirt is poor. You can't wash it. Wash it one time, and the neck way over here. You know, got to have two heads in the shirt for it to work. You know, I got one head. I can't make the shirt work with. You know, you buying these cheap shirts. You know, so if you got a quality quality product, you know, let's reach out, let's support it, let's share it, get in touch with me. I definitely wear it, market it, free advertising. Uh, when I wear it, you know, it's not gonna be free advertising on the show. I might make you a deal, but it ain't gonna be free all the way. So just get that in your mind too. Get that in your mind too. It's gonna cost you a little bit, but hey, God say, let me upgrade you. God say, let me upgrade you. Black Dreams Clothing Company once again. I believe you can. I believe that's what he has it on Instagram. Black Dreams Clothing Company. So definitely hope everybody enjoyed today. I will put some of this information into a PDF, so it should be up by midday today, end of the day. I'll be sharing with you, but so be looking for that as well. Have a great blessed one. Great blessed one. I'm signing off. YouTube about to kick me off. They don't give you so long. So I'll be signing off YouTube in a moment. Hope you guys have a good one. It was much love, much respect. See y'all on Friday.